Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody's really doing well. And welcome to this live stream, guys. New week, new opportunities. I was supposed to do this stream in the morning, and over the weekend I did not trade it because I knew that we will be getting some sort of a bounce over the weekend because of the ABC move, and then we got also had a bullish pennant over here that's been played out. But what is very very interesting that whenever we have this sort of a bullish pennant, the market tends to test such pennants. For example, you had a pennant over here, the market tend to pump up and then retest this whole order block. So interestingly, that's what I expect for the Bitcoin in coming days, or probably this week as well. I mean, today I'm just going to let it form the Monday range. But what is good, just wanted to highlight the points that we discussed during the previous stream on Friday. First, USD dominance perfectly went into my red zone 0.886 Fibonacci levels and rejected it. That was one hell of big levels, and it perfectly rejected it. Second, BTC went to my support of 52.9 to $52,500. It bounced from those levels, as I mentioned over the Friday stream. That is the levels probably I would like to see it get retested, even the green box, and we just bounced off the range highs of the green box. Second, Ethereum, I mentioned that 2,270 is the first levels, but then I mentioned that I think we'll be looking more downside towards $2,200 to $2,170 of 0.886 Fibonacci levels for a very interesting bounce, and that we already got the bounce for almost close to 6 to 7% move, I would say. Interesting, actually. Third, ETH BTC, I mentioned that we will be seeing some sort of a choppiness, sideways correction. That's exactly what we are doing. Fourth, Solana, USDT, perhaps on the Binance chart. I mentioned that I'm expecting Solana to go one more downside from here, rejecting, going back down to 0.786, around 121.3 to $122. And yes, we got a very good bounce from those levels, almost close to, I would say, 6 to 7% bounce. So for those of you, I know a lot of people have DM'd me that, hey, we literally caught the soul bottom, what should we do? I think you should be taking profits over here. Why? Because we are not yet out of the woods. I cannot say that we are going to reverse from here because we haven't yet reclaimed the range lows. So it's better for you, anything under 136.4 or anywhere close to 130, 131, you should be taking profits and wait for Solana to reclaim the levels of 136.5, because once we reclaim, that is going to be a very quick long on Solana towards with a target of roughly around 170, 172. So if you have caught the long, take profits and run. That's what I would suggest, and that's what even I would do. For Ethereum, same thing. If you have booked the, if you have caught the bottom, the local bottom, take profit and run. That's what I would do. If you have got the bottom for Bitcoin over here, I would say have some little bit patience, and you should be taking profit roughly around 56,120. Okay, that's what I would say. So I hope everybody got their answers. A lot of people have DM'd me more than 20-25 DMs over the weekend that they have got it. So what should we do? What should we do? And this is what exactly you should be doing. On the lower term time frame, why do I say that we should be booking profit despite of the fact that I mentioned that USD dominance is topped out? The only reason why I'm saying right now that you should be booking profits from the Elliot wave theory perspective, if you see here, you got wave 1, you got wave 2, you got wave 3 over here, and then you got ABC over here with the bullish wolf waves. So practically there is a likelihood that we might see one more push on an upside on USD dominance. Now if you really want to be bearish on the USD dominance, then hey, if I want to say that the USD dominance is lost or the USD dominance is topped out, yes, you really want to see USD dominance losing 6.2% on the daily time frame, because if you look at here, daily is literally looking to me like it flipped. There is no bearish candle as well. That was a strong impulsive move. We closed above 6.2%. Another candle closed above 6.2. So practically 3 consecutive close above 6.2, and this is going to be the 4th one. So I just want to see how today how this Monday range is going to develop. if we are closing under 6.2 and with this sort of a candle, I would say even if you're closing under 6.16, that is going to be a very, very interesting candle, which would also be that we are, literally topped out. And what this is going to be a very interesting three black crows at the top, practically three black crows, and then you go for a bearish retest, and then we reclaim it, we go down like this. So then this is how it will go, and that's how we should be then looking for long opportunities again on the market. Other crypto market cap, as I mentioned, a little bit down to 702 Fibonacci levels. We went to 702 and a push up. So practically, yes, now we have got our push, and also we have got our local bottom. I am expecting others to at least retest the golden pocket zone, guys. And it can even do for 702, but yeah, the golden pocket zone is what I'm expecting minimum before any further reversals. So hence, I think others are going to keep on continuing on upside before, but it is going to go up in three waves. This is how double bottom and run up. So that's where we're going to long for another 8 to 9% move on an upside for alts, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin. So this is the second wave, which is or a B wave, which is where I'm expecting to long or buy the opportunity. What about Bitcoin, guys? The CME over here, if you look at the daily time frame, went into my green zone, but not fully went to those green zone. But if you look at the 4 hours time frame, now we have a strong CME gap at the bottom. So yes, we do have a CME gap over here, 54,490 to as you can see, around 52,900. So that's the CME gap that we have. So what we can do over here, what I see is very likelihood that if we do fall to 54,560, I am looking for one more downside to the green box towards maybe $52,000. Worst case, it can even go to 51,500 on the CMEs, and that's where we finish this whole harmonic, the cipher, because the 786 target for the cipher is roughly around 52,290 on the CME. So that's what even I am aiming for on the CMEs, ladies and gentlemen. However, if we do happen to get a good breakout of Bitcoin from here, then the story will slightly change. If we do happen to get the breakout, we will play the breakout and we will ride it to probably 60k. But for now, this is my plan based on the CMEs. So what you should be doing, guys, there are two possibilities over here for Bitcoin. First, A, B, C scenario. A, B, we are right now doing wave C, one more push up to $56,000 for the 5 waves, and after that we'll be likely going to form head and shoulder, and then further down like this for the last move on Bitcoin. That's like a green box, perfectly green box. The bull case is 1-2-1-2 scenario. So practically this was your wave 1 over here, that's your wave 2. We are right now doing another wave 1 over here, and we will be doing wave 2, practically making a trend, highs, lows, higher highs, and not lower lows but higher lows practically, and that's how we can just ride the trend actually. So practically this is highs, this is lows. We make higher highs, then you make lower lows like this, as I mentioned over here. So that is going to be the bull case scenario, somewhere around the 54.5, 54.4. So we go up here 56, 54.5, 54.4, and then we further run up. That is going to be the confirmation that the bottom is in, and then that is going to be the bull case scenario for Bitcoin. So we have bear case, we have bull case on the lower term time frame. 56,126 is going to be your biggest levels for Bitcoin, because once it flips, then definitely you would be looking for more and more upside, because that level is previous month value area low. So once an asset goes out of the value area range of the monthly value area range, then definitely it is considered to be either bullish or bearish, depends on which value area it has broken out of. If it break out of value area high, then definitely that is very bullish. If it breaks down, then it's going to be bearish. So for now we are bearish, because we are under previous month value area low. But if it gets acceptance, if it gets reclaimed, then the game changes, which means that the bulls will be in control, the bears are going to get wrecked, and we can literally accelerate from there towards the previous month POC, which is around 59,000 $300. That's where we can probably accelerate from this. That's going to be like roughly $3,000 to $4,000 move on Bitcoin at that point of time. So I let just this Monday range develop, and I'm damn sure once this Monday range develop, we would know better as to how do we play in the range. Whether we once the Monday range is flipped as support, then we can long. If it is not, then we can short it. So that's how we will play at that point of time. Similarly, even if for Bitcoin, even if the bad scenario very very less likely, but for ETH is very very high likely, because it's clear ABC. That's a very clear ABC, and I'm expecting it to do something like this. One more down is a possibility. It needs to take this lows, because we already went to 0.86, and even very much under 0.86. If you remember, I mentioned that there is a possibility ETH might do this bear, what do you say, the bear flag. But the bear flag, normally we never go under 0.786 Fibonacci levels, and this time we went to 0.86, and hence the chance for the bear flag is very very less. Very very important thing to understand for you guys over here. If you look at the CME chart over here on the monthly time frame, we have the CME since 2020, 2018, I would say. So if you look at here on the CME chart, yes, we have a strong bearish divergence on the monthly, guys. A lot of you guys just make fun of me that, hey, there is no bad, bad divergence, but you just guys are blind. You need to understand this is a strong monthly divergence. Just look at here. So that is a very very strong divergence, And also, if you look at here, we have lost the RSI based MA for now, and if at all, we just closed this September under RSI based MA, I doubt whether October is going to give you that bounce. October is going to be like another bearish divergence. What it's going to do is we need September to do something like this a little bit, and then October to give us a bearish retest like this October, November, and that's where we form another bad divergence. So price makes higher highs and RSI makes something like this, and then we start another bear market for Bitcoin, the lower bear market, not the bigger one. So this is very very interesting. The monthly clearly tells me that the momentum is losing. Even the CME is losing the momentum. Weekly, if you look at here the RSI, yes, practically we have some bullish divergence over here with the RSI, which is literally playing out. As you can see, price didn't make lower lows, but RSI did make lower lows. You see, there is a good bullish divergence, and once RSI starts reclaiming the 45.9%, 45.9 levels, then we are going to likely see a bearish retest of 53 levels. Practically this is how, if we can just flip it here, we will go for a bearish retest again, and then maybe we can reclaim it and further go. It all depends, because we are forming a very good likely head and shoulder sort of a structure on a weekly time frame for Bitcoin. It's a very big head and shoulder, guys. Nobody's even looking. Since 2023 we are forming this head and shoulder, so the time will tell how big this head and shoulder would be. But to me, this is something very very serious at this point on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. Also, if you look at from the weekly perspective on the CME chart, just look at here over here on the weekly time frame. Yes, we try to break under EMA 50, which is 54,366, but for the very first time, I'm just going to hide it so that you guys can look at it very very closely. I'm just going to hide this harmonic again, this thing. Hold on. Hide. Perfect. So if you can see here, for the very first time we closed under EMA 50, but then the second candle also this week is going to be very crucial, whether are we going to close under or not. But if we do happen to close it, then we have a very serious problem for the Bitcoin. Actually, I would be very 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 not so confident if we lose EMA 50 on the weekly time frame. But for now, I think things are looking good, because we have got a green candle on the weekly for almost 4% move on Bitcoin from the EMA 50 weekly. So yes, still we are close, or we are holding the EMA 50 on the weekly. We are good. Just look at the daily chart as well. It's like, we have lost the EMA 200 on the daily, not only once but two candle close, and now we are likely going to see a bearish retest at $56,300. So yes, now you can add more confluence to your $56,200 levels. Basically the previous month value area low, along with EMA 200 on the daily, making it a good resistance levels for Bitcoin. Basically, that's a very strong levels and resistance actually. Looking at the 3 days chart, guys, yes, we have lost EMA 50 weekly. We are now having some support around these levels of green box, which perfectly goes or aligns with my plan. Normally I don't look at 3 days chart, but someone asked me to check, so I've checked it as well. But overall, guys, I mean, BTC for now definitely is not giving me any bullish vibes over here, which clearly indicates that till we do not reclaim the previous month value area low of 56,170, along with $56,300 EMA 200 on CMEs, then we have a big problem. For the Bybit numbers, I trade on Bybit normally. Yeah, the EMA 200 on the Bybit is around $59,300 on the week on the daily time frame, and on the weekly time frame, that EMA 50 is around 54,124, which is perfectly aligned. So practically, the CME do have the EMA 200 at 56,300, but we will be tracking Bybit as well, or you can also check Binance. But for those, 59,000 makes more and more sense if you just look at from the daily perspective. You see, 59,295 is a very good levels for Bybit. That is going to be like a trend reversal. But for now, if you really want to play even an LTF, we should be playing looking for $56,200, $56,300 levels. So similarly, guys, if we are saying that Ethereum needs to go one more down, which means that every else is going to follow, and many else might not go that low, and many also will definitely go that low. But overall, once we are done with it, once we get that sweep, I would be suggesting to buy some ETH. It is a very good suggestion from my end. Why? Because the move that we have seen so far is going to be 5 waves, and you're going to get a very good bounce on ETH, roughly towards 2,600, maybe even $3,000. A very good irregular expanded flag. It all depends on how bigger the third leg, for the ETH would be at that point of time. So yes, yeah, I will give the trades, guys, don't worry, and I'm fully focused here. So my Twitter issue is now resolved. Hopefully I don't see any further issue from the scammers, but for now it is resolved from the Twitter end. I've got full access to the account as well. Everything is restored, so let's hope things goes well. And for Bitcoin, guys, I'm still expecting maybe, as I mentioned, I just need either give us ABC, like a move on the downside to the green box, or we'll be buying $54,000, like making not lower lows but higher lows for Bitcoin after testing the 56,170 to $50,200 levels, for Bitcoin. Those who really want to short it, I think the short levels for Bitcoin, I'm going to short for some scalps for Bitcoin. If you want, you can short it as well, around 56,170 to 56,200, with your stops above previous week POC, which is around 56,970, with a take profit target of 3-hour setup. That's it. We can just take it for 3-hour. I won't even look for more downside, but simply just pray for 3-hour, $53,760 to $53,750. Looking to a few alts, let's talk about Atom over here. So Atom got a very nice dip on the daily time frame, and very good reversal to $4. But now, as I can tell you, that Atom, in my view, we have took all the liquidity on the bottom. There is not much left for the liquidity purpose. So practically now it's a do or die for Atom. We need to reclaim the $4.6. I've got my backfill for Atom, with average roughly around $4.2 to $4.3. And I'm simply going to let it ride. The risk is managed, just in case if it goes otherwise. But there should be a minimum bounce towards $8 to $9 for a head and shoulder, I mean, Atom, what I can tell you for sure is 90% of alts will be dead. 90% of the alts. The only thing that's going to remain is Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's all. 90% of the alts are going to be dead, whether you like it or not. It's just that, we play the levels. I mean, this is the strong order block in my view, and it has to give a good bounce from here with a very, very good reversal actually. Unless some shit hit the fan, but overall this looks great to me actually. Let's see. Looking into the new alt, for example, INJ. Let's look at how it, what we can expect from INJ. I mentioned that yes, I'm expecting one more downside on INJ on the daily time frame, and that's exactly what we got on the INJ. Towards, but we haven't swept the lows yet. I need 9.6 for now, so I'm just simply going to wait for one more downside on the INJ, at least towards $12 and 12.5. But my best levels will be 9.7. I'll be looking to buy more and more INJ at those levels actually. FET guys, we sold it for 5 to 6% gains, but it seems that FET is now holding those levels very, very strongly. Yes, it tested the $1 levels again, very, very close to exact $1. I don't know how many of you guys took it. It did it on 6th of September, almost like $1 on the Binance. I think FET is holding up very nicely. It's just if you look at from the daily perspective over here, yes, we have not got any acceptance under this order block. And even if you look at the weekly time frame, yes, weekly is getting a little bit shady here because of the acceptance. You really don't want to see any acceptance. There should be just wicks over here, but then we got an acceptance. So what do we want to see for FET? I want to see a daily acceptance on FET above 1.19. So if the daily starts getting acceptance above 1.19, it's a straight buy. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. If we get an acceptance above 1.19 on Binance, so what do you get it? Practically, you are going to see FET pumping up to 1.3 to 1.35. Simply from 1.19 over here. If we just get flip 1.19 over here, you can make another minimum 10 to 13% move on FET. Easy peasy, and extended target would be the sweep of the highs of $1.6. So if you are holding FET, just hold, and if you are not in FET, just wait for it to flip 1.19 on daily, and then you can buy. Similarly, there are a few alts that need some attention. Basically, why? Because they are looking damn bullish. For example, Aave. Aave is looking very, very nice for now. You see the structure. We got some sort of a 1 or maybe A, B, 1, 2. So practically any retest on Aave towards the supports of 133.6 to $132 would be very nice to buy. My target would be $140 over here on Aave, and it can even go for the sweep of the highs of $150 to $152 if BTC just hang out a little bit and can give us one more push up. So I think I'm looking for some scalps on Aave around 133.7 to $132, 132.5 to be precise, with an invalidation under $130.7. That's what, because if you look at from the total 3 perspective, even though we have lost the green box, we are still in order block, very, very risky, but total DeFi is definitely looking that good actually. It's so looking good. Just look at here's the total DeFi chart. Total DeFi, yes, it's looking good for a very interesting B wave. If you remember my target for the total DeFi, I mentioned that I will be buying or longing here around $66 billion. Yeah, I got a little bit the DeFi long on the Binance perhaps. Normally I use Bybit, but Bybit don't have it. So yeah, this can be a very interesting opportunity for DeFi with a target of $160 billion. Too early to say if this is going to play out, because we still need to flip a heavy resistance of $81 billion. But yeah, this is very interesting. The risk reward is amazing over here on total DeFi. The chart we gonna check it lastly would be Wu. So if you just look at Wu over here, honestly speaking guys, even the Wu looks it's bearish to me actually on the hard-term time frame, because we have lost very good levels on the weekly as well as the daily. What I see is it clearly wants that lows. The lows are not safe. Very, we are having an engulfing candle, so even if you bounce, it is going to dump like this. It needs to take this lows. It's not safe. We have equal lows, guys. It's like a magnet. So we're gonna dump it down to 0.07. Maybe it can even dump to 0.05. It all depends on how big the retail liquidations would be. But yes, we will dump. That is for sure. We will dump. So that's all for the overall market update, guys. And if something changes, I'll keep you update. I will be doing a scalping stream today, around in the next three hours, maybe the New York session, mid New York session, so that we can just check more and more charts on the lower term time frame. I'll be doing that stream for like 4 to 5 hours. I'll be there continuously on the stream. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And daily now onwards, my stream would be in the Asia session, not almost roughly around very much close to the mid Asia. And I'll be doing early live streams, and also we'll be doing scalping stream, because if I can finish the whole stream and I can give you the plan for the day, so you guys can have a better view. Even I was supposed to do the stream today morning, but then I suddenly saw the DM on Twitter, because I have disconnected Twitter from my phone, so I have to check it on the desktop. And I saw that the customer support messaged me, and then I started chatting with them to resolve my issue, and it took a little bit more for them to resolve an issue actually, and that was my priority, to get my account back. So yeah, but now we are good actually. So I hope you guys is very much clear with the plan for Bitcoin and overall market, guys. If you have any questions, ping me in the Discord, and I'll respond to you. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya in the evening.